What is it with people like you and me running on fumes? If you're running an MSP, I know what it's like. Right now, that boost you had from time off over Christmas, all that recharging festive fuel, that was months ago. It's all long gone. And yet we keep pushing, don't we? Mile after mile after mile, hoping we can keep the business going, hoping we can keep it growing. But is this actually the best way to run an MSP? Stick around to be reminded why we do this, how to keep your energy levels up, and the unexpected benefit to your life and lifestyle in the long term. So this is my 20th year as a business owner, and my goodness, that has gone so quickly. I kid you not, I was 30 when I started my first business, and I was young and cool, and now I'm this old man. I'm age 50, I've got the creaky back, I've got a dodgy knee, and if you're in your 20s or 30s right now, do not get cocky, kid, because this is going to happen to you as well. Although by the time that you reach the age that I am now, I'll be in a nursing home. Anyway, one of the constants of being a business owner is that it is hard work. I have a great business now with a great team at the MSP Marketing Edge, and we do great work for MSPs all over the world with our service. But I still have weeks where I'm working more hours than someone with a job would. So if I worked for someone else in a job, I would never do those 50, 60 week hours, rarely anyway. And if I look back over the last 20 years, there have been many of those periods of time where you throw yourself into projects or problems or whatever it is. I'm sure you do exactly the same. And the truth is, only business owners can understand this, that running a business that you own is more than just something you do. It's more than just a job. It's very much a way of life because it has a unique way of sucking every single last ounce of energy and every last second of time out of you. And you know, as I hear myself saying that, I realize that I'm not really painting it in a very good light for someone who's actually thinking of starting their own MSP. So sorry if that's you. But I think actually before anyone starts their own business, really they need to understand the downsides as well as the upsides. It is an all-consuming thing. And especially so with an MSP, because running an MSP is surely running one of the most difficult kinds of businesses in the world. There are so many details you need to be across. There's so much that changes. And of course, you have to be both proactive and reactive at the same time. You have to be proactive, stopping things from going wrong, but then reactive, fixing stuff that does go wrong. It's exhausting, and you have my full admiration for doing it. Sometimes I see MSPs are really struggling with this burden. I see posts in places like the Tech Tribe or my own free MSP Marketing Facebook group. And people are really struggling with the constant burden of running an MSP. And I think it's at times like that, you have to remind yourself why you're doing this. So let me ask you why you started your business in the first place. Was it to increase your personal income? Was it to take control of the work that you do and who you do it for and the way that it's done? Was it to build a better lifestyle for you and for your family? Or was it just because you wanted to prove that you could do it, that you could stand on your own 2 feet? I mean, the chances are it's many or even all of those things. Starting a business isn't like taking a job. It's something we create, something we shape ourselves. It's our baby. And you know, after the difficult first couple of years, you can build something amazing that thrives whether you personally are there or not. In fact, the thing that keeps many business owners going, not just through 20 years, but 30 years, 40 years or more, is the lifestyle that they can build out of owning a business. And by lifestyle, I don't mean a bigger house or a bigger car. And if those are things that motivate you, then great. But when I talk about lifestyle, what I'm really talking about is you doing the things you want to do with the people you most want to do them with. And let me give you an example. As you may know, I'm a sole parent. I have a 14-year-old. Hi, Sam. That's my child. And that's my most important job. So I am always a parent first and a business owner second. And all my other roles come after that. But there's going to come a point in the next few years where my beloved child leaves to go to university or whatever. Actually, she wants to go to drama school to be a musical theatre actor, which is cool. And at that point, I'm just not going to be needed as much as I am today. I guess I'll have to just send money all the time, obviously, but I won't need to be taxi driver, I won't need to be organizer, chef, all of those kind of things that you do as a parent. And at that point, I want to travel. I have a plan to travel to 50 countries in my 50s. And so far, I've only ticked off one item off that list, one country off that list, which was a visit to the US last year. And I'm going to be 51 in just a few months' time, so I need to get on this. But all joking aside, that goal has been a very big presence in my mind for perhaps 5, maybe even 10 years or so. And I knew it was going to be some time before I could do it and travel to the really cool places, the kind of places that teenagers just don't want to go to. Places like Japan, right? That's the kind of place I want to go. So as I've been building up my business over the years, it's very much been in the back of my mind that whatever I built must feed my lifestyle and not hinder it. My lifestyle requirements in the future demand that I have time to go traveling and enough money to pay for that travel. And also, of course, I can't be trapped in an office here at home. There's no way that I could have that lifestyle if I was working for someone else. Well, most jobs anyway. But as a business owner, I definitely can, because I can go to Japan and I can work in a different time zone and also have some fun. And that's the point that I'm trying to make here. The greatest advantage of running your own MSP is that you can work towards the lifestyle you most want to live. And that might be travel. It might be doing more exciting, higher strategic tech work through opportunities that are opened up to you by the people that you're meeting running your MSP. It could be something else. You might want to learn to hang glide. I don't know. But believe me, during the difficult weeks, the ones where you're working 60, 70 hours a week or more, and that's just to stay afloat, that's what you've got to stay focused on. Running a business is not a sprint. It's a marathon. And yet, sure, you've always got to be aware of the mile that you're currently running, but you must also keep in mind the ultimate goal: to live the life you most want to live, doing the things you most want to do with the people you most want to do them with.
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.